Hi, my name is Terry. I have 3 college degrees, including a master's degree from an Ivy League university. I'm fluent in 2 languages, and I have a commercial driver's license, which allows me to operate heavy trucks, and I still can't find a job. My girlfriend's been working at a fast food restaurant for the past 9 years, but what she really wants to do is be an elementary school teacher. So every day I'm going to be coming on here and telling you guys stories about things that I think are interesting or cool, and then I'm going to teach you a little bit of Spanish until I can earn enough money to send my girl to teaching school. So, today we're going to be continuing our series on the Mormon Church. If you haven't already, I suggest you go back and watch part 1 so you can see how we got here. But we talked about how they went on a long and arduous journey to escape persecution and settled in the Valley of Salt Lake. So, today every Mormon male over the age of 12 is allowed to receive the priesthood. What that means is that they can access the full power of God, under which they can heal people, they can cast out demons, they can bestow blessings onto people, and they can dedicate babies. They go on mission trips to spread the word to the world, and they're good at it because Mormon temples have been popping up all over the world. After the dedication of one of these temples, non-Mormons are not allowed to enter. Now, some Christians argue that Mormons are not really Christians at all, but they firmly believe that they are. They pray to Jesus, they believe in his death, and they believe in his resurrection. But they have their own supplemental scripture, and they deviate from mainstream Christians on a few fundamental theological points. First, they reject the doctrine of original sin. What this means is that Christians believe that in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve sinned by eating of the forbidden fruit. As a result, this damned all of humanity going forward. In Christianity, God and man are considered fundamental opposites. Christians have to stamp out their flesh and its worldly desires in order to get closer to God. But Mormons believe that God is actually very much like man. He has a body and he has feelings. And so by extension, man is also like God. They even believe that there's nothing wrong with being considered equal to God. Mormons believe that if they prove themselves worthy in this life, that they will become gods in the next. They also believe that their family units are divinely chosen, destined by God to be together forever, not just in this life, but in the life to come. They believe that there is a special third tier of heaven that awaits only Mormons. And throughout much of the 19th century, Mormons were openly polygamous. In fact, the early religion strongly suggested that men with more wives were more highly exalted. Their founder, Joseph Smith, had about 30 wives. But under intense pressure from the U.S. authorities, they finally renounced polygamy in 1890, and they disavowed it in 1904. See, as long as they embraced polygamy, Americans could paint them as licentious, deviant, and immoral. But now, they follow strict rules. They have strong families and clean-cut children. And ironically, they view Americans as licentious, deviant, and immoral. They view themselves as an island of morality in a sea of moral decay. And their identity today is focused on mission and morality. So, the Spanish I'm going to be teaching you today is Nosotros somos los mejores. Nosotros somos los mejores. And what that means is, we are the best. If you like this video or you learned something new, drop a like down below. If you have a topic that you'd like to see me cover in the next video, drop a comment. And if you'd like to support this work that I do, there will be a link to the Cashapp in the description box below. We'll see you next time.